What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with another daily challenge guide and video. In today's video, we're going to be going through and locking tier 14 of the medical supply run daily challenge. It occurs every Monday, Thursday, as well as Sunday. With that being said, we're utilizing a 362k total team power, but keep in mind as well, the characters I'm going to talk about, really, you actually only need 2 key pieces, and the other characters are just additionally to be there to provide support and making sure increasing your overall probability of getting the 3-star unlock. With that said, the first key piece is going to be Symbiote Spider-Man, available in the milestone orbs, and with him, he's really going to be key because he's got a nice stun, he's got a 2-turn slow, especially if you T4, and my Symbiote Spider-Man's only built up because I brought him to really complete Dark Dimension 3 city nodes, a very end game character, and honestly used in all aspects of the game. Would recommend bringing him on board and bringing him up as high as you can. But again, if you guys have him lower than mine, definitely it's going to be quite alright because you're going to see it's really the synergy with Carnage that's actually going to provide a lot of benefit in this node unlock. So with that being said here, you need to make sure to have this passive here, ensuring that you get the T4 maximized, because really when the enemy drops below that 25% threshold, we're going to get additional speed up as well as healing for both Symbiote as well as Carnage. Those are the key pieces in my opinion for getting this node done with a lower team power. And really the next few characters here are just going to be providing additional support as well as ensuring that we have the 3-star unlock. So with that said, our beautiful buffer is going to be Minerva here, and key reason bringing her on board is if anything goes south, she's got that nice revivability there. One of the few characters in the game to be able to do that. And again, I'm only built her up because of Dark Dimension 3 as well, but if you have her lower, it's going to be quite alright. This video is going to be more so to illustrate a really useful strategy, especially with the tier 14 here. Next, it is going to be Sherry providing defense up and additional healing. I like her because of the fact that, you know, her special here is actually quite low, with only 4 energy being utilized and applying defense up for 2 turns. Very nice. Additionally, it also grants the opportunity to have energy, and additionally her healing is always appreciated in the supportive role. And then last but not least, just for additional damage overall, not too high here, but I'm going to bring on Shadowstar. You guys can honestly pick from a wide variety of characters being utilized for the medical supply run daily challenge. It's one of the most generous, as you can utilize both brawler as well as support characters. So with that being said here, you know, with Shadowstar, he's really just gonna be providing additional damage, but you'll see that he's not actually gonna get a lot of turns. It's gonna be mainly the synergy of Symbiote Spider-Man and Carnage, especially when we utilize taking down Hela's Gregs. With that being said, let's dive right in now to the gameplay. Starting off here, you do see that I have this current placement right now, and to be honest with you, the placement's not really important because you're going to see that we're up against the Hela at the very beginning for this node, and really we want to take advantage by taking down the Gregs, which gives not only our Symbiote Spider-Man speed up, but as well as Carnage. Both of them getting increased turn meters is going to increase their overall chances of getting attacks. And really what you're going to see is that our Shadowstar, Shuri, and Minerva won't have a lot of turns once they start getting rolling here. So at the very beginning, you're going to see that we're up against a lot of characters here. Activating that defense up is exactly why I brought Shuri on board. And this node is a little different from the other ones because we do have civilians on our side that we need to protect. That's the main reason why I brought on Shadowstar, because he has that AoE damage even if they have the taunt there with Drax. He's able to take down the Greg, furthering and giving us the opportunity to utilize both Symbiote Spider-Man and Carnage, gaining that turn meter. So that's why it's really key there. Keep that in mind. I'm not sure if you guys know, but like anytime we take down Greg, it's going to give our Symbiote Spider-Man and Carnage just an additional increase in that turn meter due to the fact that health threshold passive, thanks again to Carnage and his synergy with Symbiote. That being said here, you probably won't have too many choices at the beginning here once Drax activates his taunt. So you do see me actually just going ahead and just targeting him. He's quite tanky, unfortunately, but the key target is going to be ensuring that we keep targeting Greg. And what's going to happen essentially is we're going to get a lot of attacks, and before you know it, the enemy is actually going to be slowly going lower and lower in HP here as they get constantly weakened thanks to our Symbiote Spider-Man. The really nice thing I like about Symbiote is when he gets a stun, and he can apply that stun to Hela or whomever that you'd like to stop them from moving, as well applying that 2-turn slow, especially with enemies around him. So great example right now. I see Greg there, so I go ahead and attack him. You can see Carnage getting that increase in speed. Minerva finishing him off. You can see the increase in health, turn meter for both Carnage and Symbiote Spider-Man. And you really want to just keep leveraging that. Hela's already summoned a couple of Gregs, which makes it even easier for us. So, to really take advantage of this, I do target Greg quite a bit, so that way, if they do any chain attacks, that's when we can fully leverage that. So, Great example here, utilize a stun on Psylocke because she can strip away negative conditions, right? But by doing that with the stun, you know, that should took down the Gregs as well. And you see, again, we get the turn meter for our symbiotes to actually take advantage of that. So that's why it's such a really key to have those guys here. The synergy of the symbiotes is really the key to success. And to be honest with you, we're going to get to a point in this video where our characters won't even get a turn. It'll just be mainly Symbiote Spider-Man and Carnage doing their thing. So, taking advantage of this turn meter at the beginning, I do recommend taking down characters such as Loki and Psylocke due to the fact that they have the cleanse. Loki's annoying in the sense that he can create clones, and as well, he also can shroud his allies in addition to the defense down and special ability he has. That being said, you can see here now, I do go ahead and finish off Psylocke as the first enemy taken down. And what's going to happen now is because there's an extra slot, Hela does summon another Greg to take Psylocke's place. So that's really the other synergy now. We can start going ahead and targeting another enemy here besides Hela. We want Hela to be alive because, again, we want her to constantly keep bringing up Gregs because we want that opportunity to finish them off with chain attacks. And when they go down, you bet we're going to get that increase in speed and turn meter. So you can see right there, I stun Hela to prevent her from being able to do anything. But again, taking down the Gregs, we once again get the turn. And what I would recommend is if you got the stun on Hela, make sure you extend that with Symbiote Spider-Man special, as I just did right there, and then go ahead and start resuming your attack on the other enemies there. So for me now, it is going to be Loki and finishing off other high damage targets here. You can see how easy it is now. Loki goes down, Psylocke's down, there's another Greg that comes in that place, and the operator does start to come appear here. So really, we're going to rinse and repeat. We're going to keep doing this, and this is really going to be the gist of this node. It's really easy. That's why I was saying, really, it's going to be about the synergy of your two symbiotes really doing the majority of the work, especially if you guys are like me in the situation that you brought both of them to either Dark Dimension 2 or Dark Dimension 3. They're going to be very powerful already naturally, and really, the allies are on a team. At the beginning, we utilized both Shuri as well as Minerva just for that additional support, but once these guys get going, it literally is a two-man battle that's really doing all the work here. Fast forwarding here just to save you guys a bit of time, you can see that there's going to be other characters that pop up later, such as this Electro that you see right there. But again, so as long as you keep using the stun on any enemies that you see potentially as a threat, honestly speaking, they don't really get to move much. So as long as we target the high damage targets, and again, if you get a chance to once again extend that stun thanks to Symbiote Spider-Man, take advantage of that. You know, even Electro being on their team, having the opportunity to actually apply offense down on us, she's not even getting a turn right now because, again, we're just going ahead and constantly doing damage, taking down the Gregs, getting the turn meter back, and it's really Carnage and Symbiote Spider-Man's game right now. They're the two doing all the work. The more Gregs there are, the more likely there's a chance they're going to go down, giving us that extra turn and edge over our enemies. That being said, at some point, Hela and a couple of her allies are going to be the only ones left with, as you can see here, a whole bunch of Gregs. And that, again, that's very fortuitous. Make sure you keep chaining attacking Hela to kind of weaken her over time. But please go ahead and finish off all her allies that are next to her as well, because naturally you'll take them down with the damage DPS, such as Symbiote Spider-Man stun over time. But when you get to this point, you know you're in a great position. So once again, rinse and repeat. You can see Symbiote Spider-Man just taking down all those minions. And again, giving that increase in turn meter. Really, our team's not even getting a chance to actually attack now. It's mainly just Symbiote Spider-Man and Carnage just doing all the work. And just fast forwarding to save you guys a bit of time, you can see when we finally finish off Hela at the very end, really that's when we can go ahead and actually just finish off the Gregs. And you'll see that it says 4 up there. I think it glitched out because there should be another 2 Gregs that are there, but I think they're just invisible. So it might be a glitch. Yeah, so you see them spawn right now. And again, so that's the order there. Leave Hela for the very end, you guys, but it's going to be a very, very easy tier 14 here for this daily challenge because, again, just the mechanics of how the symbiote is absolutely beautiful. So hope this video was able to help. Like I said, my team was 362, but you can definitely do with a weaker team. You don't need it as powerful as mine just because of the fact that I unfortunately already had my guys leveled up prior to recording this video. So thank you as always for checking out, you guys. I hope this is able to help provide some insight if you didn't attack this angle before, but wishing you guys all the best, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.